Good morning, my lovelies. I hope you're all safe and well. It's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this Monday's guidance reading. Just want to say before we look at the cards this week, huge apologies to everybody that had been hoping to see me in Hungerford. The weather, as I'm sure you saw, unless you were hiding in a cave, was pretty wild at the weekend. And where I live, I'm in a beautiful little sort of Somerset village, and I have to go through a couple of other villages before I can even get onto the dual carriageway. And we had trees down, roads were blocked, and then I know further up other villages, and then going into Marlborough, parts were kind of blocked off. So yeah, there was no way I was getting over to Hungerford on Saturday. So huge apologies. Really sorry to Evelyn, because obviously it's never nice to have to let people down last minute. But a new date has been scheduled for the 4th of January. Most people have just booked straight over for the new date. So thank you very much if you're one of those. And for anybody that is not able to or chooses not to, then there are a couple of spaces available if you want to see me in Hungerford on the 4th of January, weather permitting. And that's always the way. We have to obviously be sensible about stuff, you know, and it would have been very unsensible for me to travel. And I would never want to put not just myself, but any of you clients at risk. So there we go. Anyway, now, second thing, you might not like this card reveal, or you might think bad of me this week, guys, and I'm really sorry, but I have a reason as to why I've done this. So this week I'm working with the Xmas Elf Tarot. Now, it is a Temu deck, but I can explain, like, before you all shoot me and say, how dare you use Temu? And I agree, usually I am not a fan of Temu decks and everything else. However, as you guys know, I don't like Christmas, you know, I really don't like Christmas. But I wanted to work with a Christmas deck that was alternative. And if I'd have ordered this in its conventional capacity, it would have come after Christmas. So there's that to think about. Also, because I don't like Christmas, I'm not going to spend 50 quid on a deck that I don't particularly like, that I can use for like 3 or 4 weeks, you know. This was £7 off Temu, and I know it's bad, but I just felt on this occasion it was a little bit just. So people may not like that, people may choose to unfollow, but I'm going to work with it anyway because I want to. So there we go. Anyway, so these are the cards. Going to give them a little knock. I'm going to give them a little shuffle. Let's see what the energies are for this Monday and the coming week ahead. So channeling these cards for the highest of good. Let's see what the Monday guidance is, and let's see what we need to know about. I know that Temu are dodgy in terms of their deck and everything else, but sometimes it's quite nice to have the smaller card stock, or the size. I quite like the fact that sometimes they actually shuffle a little bit nicer in the hand. Sorry, I know this is really bad. I shouldn't be bigging Temu up at all, but sometimes it is quite nice. Anyway, let's get back to this. Okay, so 10 of Wands. See how cute these are. Xmas Elves. That's why I had to have this deck. You can see how cute they are. But 10 of Wands. This is a time to let the shit go. And it's a really important time to actually be true, be honest with yourself. What are you carrying? What are you holding on to? Does it serve? Does it work for you? Is it adding value to your life? Is it making you feel happy? Is it making you feel contented? Or is it bringing you a lot of heaviness? Is it bringing you a lot of crap? Is it weighing you down? And if you're holding on to stuff that's weighing you down, whether it's physical people, circumstances, or other energies, it could be energies that you're choosing to buy into. It could be emotions that you're holding on to that maybe you've yet to fully heal or process or work through. But whatever the shit is, let it go. That's really what this is saying in a nutshell. Travel light. So instead of having 10 of those ones, you maybe only need to have 3, maybe you only need 2, and you've got all this room to then create new experiences, to create new memories, you know, to travel light, just to feel really free. You know, I always sort of think with this card, remember at school when you used to have your big old rucksack, you used to have a dozen bloody books in there and everything else. And I always used to really, really resent having to sort of carry my rucksack, because even as a child, I always used to think, half this stuff when I'm an adult I am not going to need. I always had that feeling running through my mind, and I always had this sense when I was a kid, the thing that I go on to do in life isn't something that's going to be taught in school, and it isn't, you know. So I always used to really resent walking home, and by the time I would get home I would just be like, oh my god, my back is killing me from all these bloody books. And then as soon as I took that rucksack off, that release, that weight being freed from my back used to feel amazing. And then I used to sort of flop into the sofa and put the TV on or watch whatever I was going to watch. Usually have some food as well, like raid this sort of the chocolate cupboard and everything else, or the biscuit tin. But the point I'm getting at is that feeling of release. And that's what this is about this week for you guys. So as we're approaching sort of Christmas, we are coming into quite a vulnerable time for people as well. I mean, not everybody likes Christmas. Family connections can be a little bit dodgy in places and everything else. It can just be quite a restrictive time. So it's really important to travel light this week. Let go of the stuff that doesn't add value, the stuff that is weighing you down. Just let it go. Like I say, if it's physical things, sling them out, get rid of them. If it's people, be selective, be choosy. But if anybody is limiting you or actually disrespecting you, you don't have to put up with it. You can let it go. Remove the stuff that's holding you back in whatever way, shape or form. Travel light. Even if it gets you unfavoured, even if it isn't something everybody supports, you know the reasons as to why you're doing what you're doing. And I think this is about really trusting and being guided by your own spirit, by your own heart. There's that side of the coin with this card as well. Okay, so I hope you can make sense of it. I'm going to leave it with you. Just a couple of cheeky shouts to let you know. A couple of things. First of all, I've launched a winter solstice guidance reading, which is £30. It's a 6-card spread. Full details are on the website. It does come with a free audio downloadable meditation. So any of the meditations that I've created that are on audio format, when you go into the basket to sort of purchase the reading, you can also go in and add a meditation from the meditation section, and then there is a code which is on the reading itself. Put the code in, it will disconnect that, it will sort of discount that down, so then all you're paying for is the read. A few people have put orders through and they haven't claimed the meditation, so I've been having to sort of chase them up and say, oh, you can have a free meditation as well. So just be aware of that, because it's much easier if you can do the whole order direct rather than me having to chase people up, because then it gets a bit confusing. The big one I want to let you know about, the last date of this year's Spirit Magic Tour, happening this Saturday over in Henstridge Village Hall. I am teaming up with the fantastic, beautiful Amy Michelle and also Zoe Mollings, and we are doing our medley night of mediumship. I think we're down to like the last 10 tickets now, and then that event will have completely sold out. So really looking forward, really excited for this. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fabulous. If you've secured your tickets, thank you very much. If you've yet to grab a ticket, get over to the website, get those last 10 booked, and it would be amazing to see you there. It's just going to be a really fun night with Spirit. And because it's 3 of us, we're going to have some fun, we're going to have some banter. And it's also a lovely way to see 3 different styles of mediumship, because we all work a little bit differently. And I think that's what's so beautiful about mediumship. You know, it's such a personal experience. It's always lovely to see different versions of how mediumship is done. So, going to leave it with you. Have a beautiful week, whatever you're getting up to. And I will catch up with some of you very soon. Take care. Bye for now.